Hello, everyone. Welcome to the City of Healing, where the city resides within. This is your sister, Sanette and Angela. Wanted to come forth and just do a brief share. Wanted to talk a little bit about detoxing. I think I did a video about a year ago about the dangers of detoxing, and just basically just sharing, if you're going to detox, just make sure that you make someone aware, such as a health coach, your nurse, your practitioner, know that you're detoxing, because when you detox, it shakes things up, moves things up, and brings them out. And if all of your organ systems are not in proper working order, those toxins can stay in your system, and you can't really excrete them from your body. So again, you have to know your body, you have to know your disease process. When you're detoxing, you have to make sure you have a way to get rid of them. Are you exercising? Are you going to the sauna? Are you having good bowel movements? Are you urinating well? Are your organs working well? Those are all things to consider when you are detoxifying. I've had a couple of experiences, even at work, people think they could go to work when they're detoxing, and they get lightheaded, pass out. Then I find out they're detoxifying, what they're doing. I don't do any special magic pills or potions for weight loss. I am totally against that. Any weight loss pill, I believe that you naturally do that. Different natural herbs and a certain slow process is a way to go. But, again, detoxing can be a very dangerous thing. So you really have to pay caution to that. And I wanted to talk about another process of detoxing. I don't know if many people have heard of it. It's called coil. And I had my first experience today. I've heard of it before, and I decided to do it today. But basically, it's frequency. Everything has frequency. And basically, sound is a very abundant and natural way to detoxify the body. And coil is the process that uses this. And basically, it sends a frequency by sound to all your body systems so that it can raise your vibration, your organ vibration, to heal itself. And it helps, helps your body kills off or fights off disease. It helps it to detoxify, parasites from the body, etc., etc. Just something you can look into and research about coils briefly. My experience today was really, really good. It started off with a voice analysis, and basically this voice analysis detects certain frequencies in your your voice, and it tells you what organs are at a low frequency and needs most attention. And I don't mind sharing what mine were. Mine were kidney, bladder, small intestines, heart, nervous system, brain. And at first I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not on any meds. I don't have any chronic diseases. Why is this showing up on me? And then I thought about it. We are surrounded by toxins every day in our water, in our food, and the chemicals that we put on, the people around us, everything we are absorbing and intaking toxins from our environment, and our food, and things that we consume, mentally, physically, spiritually. And it makes a lot of sense, and lots to talk about, including with traditional Chinese medicine as well. But my bladder needs some attention to get rid of toxins, and I thought that's kind of interesting, because the only thing I really drink is water. And then I thought, what type of water and what's really in that water? So small intestines, that makes sense. The older we get, we do lose our ability to digest food with lack of enzymes, so that makes sense on that. So I can agree with that. So then it goes on to say certain things that you can include or need to include, such as enzymes, hormone catalysts, chlorella, algae, spirulina. I do those, but not on a consistent basis. So that was interesting. So I said, let me look into some enzymes that also help me, or certain foods like papaya and pineapple, which they probably use as enzyme capsules to help me increase my digestive process. So that makes sense. So this was a very interesting process and analysis of getting to know my body, increasing my frequency, and help me to detoxify certain parts of my body. At least it makes sense to me. And so with the process, my experience with the amp coil basically is non-invasive, very harmless, right? And it didn't cause any harm, hurt, or danger to me. And basically it just uses a magnet from a Tesla, and the machine exerts certain frequency or sound, and you put it on your core. And when it was put on my core, of course, it had a certain journey, sound journey that you go through. You don't necessarily hear it or feel it. And I put it on my core, and within maybe a minute, it felt like, my core was pulsating, and I thought that was very interesting. And about 10 minutes in, my right ear was tingling. I was like, that's interesting. When you pay attention to your body, you just know. And then maybe 15, 20 minutes later, I felt this loop of surge of energy that went like from my bottom of my feet to the top of my head and then back down my back really quick. And I was like, whoa, I felt that. Is that going to happen again? But it didn't. And then next, a little later on, because it's about 30 minutes, I believe, I felt maybe a little vibration in my hip area. And that was off and on, but very minor. And like I said, didn't cause any type of harm, any type of discomfort. Even when I tried to meditate a little bit, I saw like a blue light. At least when I close my eyes, I see certain things. Nothing that I imagine, but actually see. And I saw a whole bunch of blue lines, like royal blue lines, just moving about. And so I started to imagine that they were moving and healing different parts of my body and my organs and everything like that. So that was very therapeutic. So that was basically my amp coil experience. I will continue to do that. It's a great natural tool to use for detoxing your body, raising your vibration and your frequency so that your body can do what it needs to do. I'll continue to do that. I have a few more sessions. I'll continue to do that. I did an Ionic foot bath as well, and I know a lot of people's like, oh, that's a scam, this, that, the other. It turns to water. Now, it's supposed to do that. So also, we need to really consider the meridians in the foot. If you know anything about traditional Chinese medicine, the meridians in the foot, if you know about earthing, if you know that, the body is positive and the earth is negative and it's able to pull toxins out of your body, then the Ionic process is also very legitimate. It does do what it's supposed to do. With the salt, it pulls toxins out of your body. We have over 1,000 pores in our foot, and different meridians in our foot. And traditional Chinese medicine also uses that to help also heal certain organs in your body as well. So that process was very interesting as well. The first experience I had, of course, the water was very, very brown. And this one was not as brown, but after the amp coil experience, it was very bubbly and foamy, which means that my lymph was excreting toxins from my body. So, and also, surprisingly, she said that there were chunks of blue, which was a heavy metal that the chart says, which says that there's probably some heavy metals from somewhere in my kidneys. So probably from certain water that I drink. So I have to basically look further into that, I believe. That's what I'm thinking. But I'll definitely, since I just had this and processing this. I'm going to have to really look into that more. But very interesting naturopathic way of healing, detoxifying, and just basically finding, alternative healing mechanisms for our bodies. But this was a very good experience. I wanted to talk about it. You don't necessarily have to try it. If you have a practitioner, maybe you can look into it more to see what benefit it would be for your body. But it's something I wanted to try, talk about, and share as well. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful, interesting, something to look more into. I think now I am going to eat. I've been fasting. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, so I've been fasting all day except for a little of my pink drink from one of my now favorite restaurants called Happy Yell. They sell some vegan foods. I really love vegan foods because I love that scallions and onions and stuff. But anyway, I'm not a vegan, but I do like vegan foods. And I got me what they call Bulgari meatballs. It's Beyond Meat. I usually don't do Beyond Meat. I don't really like it, but this I do like it. But this has the brown rice. With brown rice, I just want to share real quick. A lot of people say grains aren't good for you, and too many, of course, is not. But brown rice is really good, enriched, good with vitamin E. But you have to make sure that you chew to get that protein, to get those enzymes, to get that vitamin E. You need to really chew your food. I got some carrots, lots of avocados, some pickles, and some scallions, and some red onions. I'm not trying to impress anybody no time soon, so I love my onions. So I'm really looking forward to this. Got my carrots, got my beta-carotene, ready for a good evening. Gonna look at maybe a movie or so before I get my daughter. And I hope that you all have something good planned for you today. Anyway, thanks for visiting the city, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.